I've been calling Hugh Freeze the master of chaos here down the stretch, and yesterday on signing day, he lived up to the hype. Today, we got Cole Pinkston from Auburn Live, going to break down all the signing day excitement. But first, Auburn fans, do me a favor. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. You've been with me on this wild ride, so hey, why not stick around a little bit longer? Hit subscribe. All right, thank you. Cole Pinkston, Auburn Live, in a cycle full of twists and turns. What do you think was the best kept secret of this recruiting class?
It's got to be Jamonte Waller. Jamonte Waller was one that we knew. Well, I say I kind of knew about it maybe 2 weeks in advance before he flipped from Florida to Auburn in October, late October. And man, I'm telling you, they kept that one under wraps. Nobody seemed to know about it. Even Florida still felt confident in holding on to him. And then out of nowhere, about 10 minutes after the Arkansas game and during Florida's game with someone, he flips to Auburn. So that to me was the best kept secret.
Yeah, that was, it was kind of brewing there under the surface. Didn't know if he was going to flip. And at the time, the Gators class hadn't fallen apart. Jamonte Waller was kind of one of the first pieces to loosen up from that class. Goes Auburn's direction. Now let's talk a little action from signing day. Felt like there was big news in the morning and then big news late. We'll cover the Amaris Williams flip that happened in the morning. Top 100 prospect flipping his commitment from UF to Auburn. What was the turning point in this recruitment? Because a couple weeks ago, maybe just 3 or 4 weeks ago, it looked like Ohio State was the favorite to land him.
It was. It seemed like it was almost a done deal with Ohio State. It seemed like Florida was going to lose him to somebody. We just weren't sure. Ohio State was the team that it sounded like. Heard a little bit about Tennessee. Heard a little bit, about Florida feeling better. A lot of things. It went a lot of different ways, but boy, his visit at Auburn, that was when it was different. He spoke to us pretty candidly on and off the record. Off the record, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, this is." This might pretty much do it, is how he told us off the record. So we were like, okay, that sounds positive. We'll check into this, but that's exactly how it worked out. And it was a huge, huge signing day edition because if you don't get that one, the day doesn't look all that great other than keeping who you had in the class. So that was a really big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of brought a lot of the action. Then there was another one late in the day, and that was Edwin Favor, offensive lineman. Now, this one, you were even predicting 24 hours out that Favor Edwin was going to land at Alabama. Then during the day, Gators Online put in a recruiting prediction machine for him to land at UF. 3 hours later, he signs with Auburn. Take us through what happened yesterday with Favor Edwin.
Well, first of all, good luck trying to make predictions, man. I had an RPM prediction in for him to Alabama, actually. Right. I forgot to go in and change it because we started hearing some confidence later in the day from Auburn, but also from Florida. I mean, it was really
they thought he was coming.
50-50. Really, bottom line, it wasn't going to be Alabama. That was what it was. Auburn or Florida, and just the way things had gone with offensive line recruiting in this class for Auburn. You got two really good ones in my opinion, but it was just the numbers weren't working out. I was going, that might not work out, but sure enough. 10 o'clock, on the dot, Hugh Freeze tweets out the eyeballs, the emojis like something's happening. I was thinking about going to sleep. Was like, let's see what's going on here. I checked into it. Sure enough, 15 minutes later, Favor Edwin has already signed. Not committed, but signed with Auburn.
Yeah, big commitment, position of need coming late in the day. But, hey, it all still counts all the same. Doesn't matter if they committed 8 months ago or late in the day on signing day. It all counts. Now, you can't win them all. We know that. But at least Auburn tried. How close were things with 5-star KJ Bolden and 5-star LJ McCray on signing day?
I think they were close. Razor thin with both. Obviously, you had LJ McCray delay his announcement, and we think that was directly from Auburn, is what we believe. Now, there's an interesting dynamic at play that if KJ Bolden were to have chosen Auburn, maybe LJ McCray, maybe there's some momentum there, and he sees that and goes, maybe he was looking at that. Maybe he's wanting to see what Amaris Williams was going to do, who was also committed to Florida.
True.
There are some things like that we were watching, but with KJ Bolden, the night before I made a final call that it could be Auburn because we were hearing a lot of confidence from Auburn's side. And even Hugh Freeze at his press conference after, he said, When a guy's telling you he's in, and then it flips on the last day, it's kind of tough. And I know he was talking about KJ Bolden, so that's how close it was.
All right, so now the last question I got for you is what's next for Auburn? Do you expect them to recruit the high school level in January or utilize the transfer portal for these final scholarship spots?
There could be there's one spot for sure that they will give out to Ryan Williams if he is willing to flip from Alabama and go to Auburn. They will reserve a spot for him no matter what. Maybe some more high school guys, a JUCO guy. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. We're kind of looking into that and see what might happen. Definitely transfer portal. I mean, we're already hearing of some targets that could possibly visit. Not confirmed yet, but they definitely have some targets they're already building up for the portal.
All right. Well, even if it ends here and Auburn doesn't take anybody else, what a successful cycle it was for the Auburn Tigers in 2024. Can't wait to see what Hugh Freeze and the boys have cooking up for 2025. Cole Pinkston from Auburn Live, thanks for joining the Inside Scoop today.
Appreciate you, Josh.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.